Hello everybody, Megazord X here, back at it again to give y'all another Gamers Brief where I take this time out of the moment where I talk to y'all about all the gaming related news that happened within this past week. And actually, to be honest, I actually only got like 4 topics. Yes, only 4 topics to talk about for this Gamers Brief, which is kind of odd though, but you know what, considering everything that's been happening in the world, we're starting to feel the ramifications of it, because I mean, gosh, with this coronavirus kind of going around and stuff, I mean, shoot, even for me, I'm just now starting to see the effects of it personally within my life, because just recently, you know, my college just said, you know what, we're not having any more face-to-face contact with anybody, so now I'm going to all online classes for the rest of the semester though, and gosh, it's been hitting on every cylinder from people in classes to sports with the whole NBA, college, you know, March Madness, all that stuff going around, let alone the whole entire gaming industry as well. And then, of course, anime. Man, it's been hitting on all different kind of cylinders, though. But as of this Gamers Brief, there is a little bit of positive news up in here before I get down to the negative news that basically will tail in at the very end of this Gamers Brief, y'all. But without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive up into all of these news topics, though. So on Monday, March the 9th, Gamestop appoints Reggie, yes, Reggie Fils-Aimé, to board of directors. And with this, it was kind of honestly shocking, because for a lot of us, we honestly thought that when, you know, Reggie retired from Nintendo, as, you know, being, you know, Nintendo of America's president, we thought, you know, he would just kind of ride off in the sunset, you know, kind of be chill, laid back on his couch, enjoy his peaceful family time and stuff, be able to do a little bit more stuff within his local community, and just kind of take the easy road out. He's fairly young, but he managed to retire at a young age, though. But I guess opportunity came knocking on his door, and he just saw the opportunity for it and said, you know what, I'm so passionate about, you know, the industry of what I've been recently have been associated with Nintendo and the gaming space as a whole, to where he couldn't put this opportunity to the side. So GameStop on that day announced that Reggie Fils-Aimé is joining the board to help turn around the company. And Fils-Aimé is best known for his time as president at Nintendo of America, when he was basically the face and symbol of, you know, the company in North America. Joining Fils-Aimé on the board is Bill Simon and J.K. Simonok. Sorry if I butchered that. And Simon has worked 30 years in various executive roles in the retail industry, and Simonok is the president and chief executive of PetSmart. So GameStop's goal is to have Fils-Aimé, Simon, and Simonok provide expertise to help turn its struggling business back towards profitability. And also, and this is a little statement that Reggie basically said out on Twitter. So, the gaming industry needs a healthy and vibrant GameStop. I look forward to being a part of GameStop's corporate board and helping to make this happen. So, essentially, you know, for a lot of us, we know that GameStop has not been, you know, performing as successfully as they had. They had several store closures earlier on, and we're probably starting to hear about reports where, you know, right around April-ish time, we might even get to see more store closures, whatever though. Basically, you know, GameStop been kind of caught up in their old kind of ways, you know, several years ago they were super successful or whatever though, but now, as times have changed and people been going more digitally or whatever though, GameStop hasn't fully kind of evolved with the times or whatever though, and now they're kind of paying the price though. So we all kind of figured, you know, within 3 years or so, GameStop will be no more or whatever though. But the matter of fact that Reggie actually signed on board and now is part of the board of directors and saying, you know what, let's hope that, you know, Reggie can be able to turn this thing around. It's actually kind of shocking though, but I would be kind of glad, because I do feel like, yes, we do need some sort of kind of flagship, sort of kind of retailer that's, you know, all about the game, so to say, and that way can kind of help push the industry forward, especially in terms of physical goods, because otherwise in an all digital age, I feel like a lot of games could be potentially lost, or there's not like, you know, there's not like full advantages to not having physical media, because certain games could get lost. You know, certain games have certain licensing, and you know, once that goes away, they're kind of just stripped off the digital front, and you only have access to it through the physical front. So it's always good with preserving stuff digitally and physically, and I feel like, you know, GameStop, you know, with them being a flagship all about games, I feel like it's kind of important to kind of keep them in the mix, even though if I don't personally shop there a whole lot though. But now that, you know, Reggie's working there, maybe that might give me a little bit more incentive to shop there though. But that's pretty much it in terms of the GameStop news though. And also on that day, we got a news report that Doom 64 will have a brand new chapter added to it, and will also include motion controls with gyro within the game. Now, when I heard about this, I found this to actually be pretty cool, because the matter of fact that, with most shooters, you usually have to, move around with the left stick, use the right stick to control your camera, whatever though. But when you have gyro, you can get those fine-tuned adjustments to where, if you're just using stick controls, it's very hard to kind of get it just precise on the way it is. Rather, if you just use gyro / motion controls, you can get it right there on the instant. A good example of this is Splatoon 2, which, man, if you ain't using gyro if you ain't using gyro in that game, man, you're gonna get lit up, like literally though. But I found this really cool. The matter of fact that Doom 64 will be incorporating motion controls, so it helps with accessibility with that though. And also, the matter of fact, we're getting a brand new chapter within Doom 64. So this is basically like the definitive edition for this, and it'll be available on all platforms, from Steam to Microsoft to Sony with the PlayStation, as well as the Nintendo Switch. So the Xbox, all of that good stuff though. So the matter of fact, you'll be able to get on all of these different things, and it's a pre-order bonus if you happen to pre-order Doom Eternal on the other systems besides Nintendo, because the Nintendo Doom Eternal port is being delayed with panic button and whatnot though. But for us that have a Nintendo Switch, the game's only going to cost $5, and it releases the same day on Animal Crossing though. So all some pretty good stuff to look forward to on that though. And on Tuesday, March the 10th, we had quite a shocking reveal, because we got to see a little bit of a crossover sort of kind of tease on Mario Day, where it was a collaboration between Mario and Lego out of all things, which is kind of crazy though. And we just got to see like a little tease of like a Mario. He kind of looked like sort of kind of Lego-ish and had like some kind of logo on his chest or whatever though. Seemed to make some noises or whatever though, and that was it though. But fast forward a couple of days later or so, we actually got the legit confirmation on what that is though, and we basically got like a little video that was shown on Twitter where it actually showed the Lego Mario, and we got to see him kind of like moving around or whatever though. And there's probably gonna be like a variety of different kits where you're going to be able to build certain things. Like you get to see them kind of moving on the Goomba, kind of moving around the map stuff. You get to see like a piranha plant up in there. And honestly, for those that are really good collectors of Legos, because I've seen those people before working in retail and whatnot though. But the matter of fact that this is going to be able to kind of allow people to kind of get introduced to Mario in more ways than just the gaming space. I think it's a really good, cool way and a promotional way for it though. So you can all look forward to that, and there's probably gonna be more details about it as we, as we progress further on into the future though. But honestly, it was kind of a really cool thing though. And as well with the Mario Day, they had like a handful of games that were discounted. You had games like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe or Super Mario Party or Mario Tennis Aces and Super Mario Maker 2, and I believe Super Mario U Deluxe was also New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe was also discounted as well though. So if you managed to miss out on that, that's a little bit unfortunate though, but they were running some sales for some Mario games that you could manage to pick up at a discounted price. But that's pretty much it in terms of that Mario Day news though. And then we get to move on to Wednesday, March the 11th. Now this is where things got crazy. I mean crazy, because actually the previous night on that Tuesday, we actually started to hear news confirmation of certain people like Devolver saying, you know what, hey, pack up your bags and stuff, because hey, you know what, there's not going to be E3 this year or whatever though. And we just heard from several sources from here and there saying within the next 24 hours the ESA is going to make a statement about whether or not they're going to cancel E3 though. But things aren't looking good, and most likely it was going to get canceled. But on that day, on that Wednesday, yes, they came out with an official statement and stated that yes, E3 is going to be canceled. And this is what they basically had to say about that though. After careful consideration with our member companies regarding the health and safety of everyone in our industry, our fans, our employees, our exhibitors, and our longtime E3 partners, we have made a decision to cancel E3 2020, scheduled for June 9th through the 11th in Los Angeles. Following increased and overwhelming concerns about the COVID-19 virus, we felt that this was the best way to proceed during such an unprecedented global situation. We are very disappointed that we are unable to hold this event for our fans and supporters, but we know it's the right decision based upon the information we have today. Our team will be reaching out directly to exhibitioners and attendees with information about providing full refunds. We are also exploring options with our members to coordinate an online experience to showcase industry announcements and news in June 2020. Updates will be shared on e3expo.com. We thank everyone who shared their views on reimagining E3 this year. We look forward to bringing you E3 2021 as a reimagined event that brings fans, media, and the industry together in a showcase that celebrates the global video game industry. So that's pretty much all they had to say on that statement though. But honestly, overall, this was not shocking or hugely surprising because the matter of fact that so many different other things within the gaming space got canceled. Some things getting delayed like GDC and like PAX East also as well. And it's just kind of crazy how, certain things, been affected by this virus though. And it's, as of this point, by the time I'm recording this, it's considered now as a global epidemic. So the matter of fact, a lot of people are taking this seriously, not just within the gaming space, but it's also within, the sports world, also within academics, any kind of thing where you're meeting in large groups. Everybody's trying to take their precautions with this though, because we hadn't seen anything quite like this though, and we don't have all of the stuff kind of necessary, all of the tools and resources that 100% deal with this thing in a timely manner though. So everybody's trying to make sure to take their precautions though, since we're kind of fighting an unknown threat in terms of dealing with people's health and safety and whatnot though. And then we also got news reports from Ubisoft as well as Microsoft as well as Nintendo that pretty much between all three of them, they were saying that yes, we're going to wind up doing some kind of a digital event, and we're going to find out future ways and future plans of figuring out how in the world we're going to be able to address the news that we got and be able to share it to our audiences as well as the media, so that way they'll be able to cover it and everything else in between though. So that's pretty much it in terms of all of that news as a whole though, and that's pretty much all that I have for all the news that happened within the gaming space though. But it's not a lot that was going on, but considering the stuff that's going around in the world, I have a huge feeling that a lot of that has been taken into a factor with all of this stuff within everything news related and just dealing with people's public health stuff. That's pretty much all I have to say about this Gamers Brief, y'all. But let me know down in the comment section down below. Let me know what all you're thinking about in terms of all the news that has been going on throughout the week, or maybe something that I didn't personally cover. Just let me know down in the comment section down below what all you think about this though. So remember y'all, until whatever video I make next, remember to wash your hands. See y'all.